All right, this is part 2 in my 6th video of my series. Questions for the Trump supporters. Got a lot to cover here. So in light of what his former confidants, Trump's exes, had to say about his intelligence, of him being like a child, can we ask, is it fair to ask, is he smarter than a 5th grader? Is he smarter than a 5th grader? You may say to me, oh, Rick, he's written books. He's a billionaire. Well, number one, he didn't write those books. You can look up interviews of the guy who wrote The Art of the Deal, Trump's first book. You can look up interviews and see what he has to say. And as far as his businesses, look that up too. Because if you think he was a great, smart businessman, you don't know much about his past. Just like we seen Mitch McConnell said in the previous video. So is he smarter than a 5th grader? Well, we've seen from his tweets he can't spell or even use spell check. What is his iPhone don't have spell check? Or doesn't he care? He don't care? What? I don't get it. I remember how times have changed. I remember when Dan Quayle was the vice presidential candidate underneath George Bush Sr. and he misspelled potato. Never heard the end of it. And you remember Sarah Palin and a couple of her gaffes, but we give him a pass. Not only misspelling, sometimes you use the wrong words. Now I want you, if you got a 5th grader in your life, to find out, do they know these, right? Okay. He used roll instead of roll. Wouldn't a 5th grader know this? He doesn't know the difference between loose and lose. Core and core. Right? Unbelievable. Council and council. Give him a pass on that. That's not too bad. This is a bad one. Waste instead of waste. Come on now. Oh. Stable genius. Hereby instead of hereby. Give him a pass on this one. Among versus among. This is the President of the United States. This is the guy who touts himself above the professionals. Puts his hunches above what the doctors are telling him. Come on now. Why wouldn't he have someone double check these? If he knows he's not, does he not know he don't know how to spell? This is how he spells hamburgers. Those tweets. Okay? Oh, Rick, sometimes I misspell stuff in tweets too. You're not President of the United States. What, he doesn't read back over the tweet before he sends it out to this country? Come on now. Just like William Barr said in a previous video, his tweets are fucking stupid, dangerous. Stop the fucking tweets. It's a fucking embarrassment. Here's how I spell smoking. That's how he spelled smoking. It's not a word messed up. It's unfucking believable. Of course, he doesn't know the difference between 2 and 2. He's smarter than a 5th grader. That's how he spells dying. That's how he spells dying. Heal. To heal someone or someone getting healed. That's how he spells it. Heal. Forest. He doesn't know how to spell forest. I think that's how you spell Forrest Gump. Forest. Honored. You can't spell honored. Yeah. I'm sure there's more. I mean, like I wrote this 6 months ago. What this shows, he doesn't read at all. He doesn't read. Because if you read, you know how to spell shit. You don't even not studying how to spell. You read, you get to learn how to spell shit. Or how to use what words, right words. Shows that his tweets are often gaffes that are not well thought out. He has no concept that the president needs to be careful what he says. He could start a war or stock market crash over a tweet. Such negligence is a piece of a piece with Trump's general disregard of norms, details, and accuracy. And we ask, why wouldn't they? What presidential candidate doesn't release their grades, their school grades? Really? Unbelievable.